Can I help you? Hello, do you love Reese too? Yes, we all do. Oh, she must be a Tamlin fan. Hi guys, and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, my name is Katie and I make book style videos. And if you've been living under a rock, then you don't know what this book is about. But if you were on Bookstagram last weekend, you saw the bombshell that was dropped. You know, okay? Sarah J. Maas's husband decided to post a picture, or accidentally posted a picture, I guess I should say, on his Instagram, and in the corner was what looked like notes for an ACOTAR TV series. So Sarah J. Maas came out with a follow-up picture this weekend saying, yes, we are developing ACOTAR into a TV series. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's also going to be done by the same director as Outlander, or the same like person who did Outlander. I'm pretty sure his name's Ron Miller. So Outlander's a great show. I can only hope that ACOTAR is going to be just as amazing. So, of course, the Bookstagram world went wild. The Facebook groups that I'm a part of went wild with like saying what they wanted and all this and all that. And then it got me to thinking, and I was like, well, for this to be successful, it needs to have like certain elements. Now, that's not even taken into account that it's going to be successful anyway because of the fan base of the show, because people will just be curious and watch anyway because they want to know what its fairies are all about. So either way, it's going to be successful. I know that. But this is what I think needs to happen for the book to have justice and for the fandom to get justice. These are like the elements that I think need to happen. So if you're interested in knowing what I think needs to happen on the ACOTAR TV series to make it bomb, then just keep watching. And if you're excited, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new, because I will be deep diving into all episodes when it comes on. We don't even know when it's coming yet, but it's coming, and we'll be deep diving into those. But without further ado, let's just get into what needs to happen for the series to be top notch. Okay, so the first section that I have is casting. Now, the ACOTAR fandom is sensitive to the characters. They're very beloved characters. I would even go as far as saying savage about these characters. I have seen some not nice things happening on book Twitter this past week about characters being cast, who people would want to be cast as certain characters. And to say that it's savage is an understatement. However, if you were to ask me who my dream cast is, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I have been seeing people posting on my Facebook groups. That's would be Charlie. I have been seeing people post on Facebook groups like their dream fan cast and things like that. Here's the thing, like, it does not matter who you cast, because no one will live up to the characters that I have developed in my head. Okay? You will not find a Reese that perfectly portrays who Reese is, because there's no fairies in real life. It's just not going to happen. But I guess you can get as close as you can to making everybody happy. I remember when Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey, when they came out, and the fandom was like, why did you get these people to play these parts? Like, I had no idea who Robert Pattinson was before Twilight. I remember he was cast for Edward, and I had no idea who he was because I had never seen Harry Potter. So it wasn't like I could be like, oh, he's the guy from Harry Potter, because I had never seen Harry Potter. I had never seen him before, didn't know who he was. And back then, Twilight fandom was also very savage. And I can say that because I was a member of the Twilight fandom. So I know that people were like, why did you get him to play Edward? But here's the thing. 5 movies later, I can't see anybody else playing Edward but Robert Pattinson. It's just how it is. And they were also saying, why'd you get Kristen Stewart? Why'd you get Shark Boy from Shark Boy and Lava Girl? But these characters are now embedded in our brains forever as those characters. And it's hard for them to even like break out of those roles because they were such iconic roles. So I'm just saying, for the casting, it's going to be really, really hard to make everybody happy. But if you could at least get like certain features that are the same or something like that, so where we can identify with those people with the characters, I think they'll be okay. I think no matter what they do, there's going to be people upset, there's going to be people happy, but more people upset. But again, it's what the actors bring to the character and what they can portray from the character that really matters. Just remember that. That's what matters. Not always about the looks, even though it is very heavily influenced on the looks, because even Farrah says that Reese is the most beautiful man that she's ever seen. So what do you do? Like, who do you pick for that? You can't, because it's just hard. No one looks like a fairy. Okay, the second area that I feel needs to be bomb.com is soundtrack, okay? If you have ever watched the show Rain on CW, it's on Netflix, go look it up. That show has a bomb soundtrack, okay? It knows how to mix instrumental music with the modern music that was out when it was on, and I can't remember what year it was on. Was it like 2013 to like 2017, or it was in that era of like the hype of teen shows was on, like Teen Wolf, Pretty Liars, all those shows. So it was around that time. But that show knew how to mix the instrumental music with the music of today. So I think this TV show also needs to have that, if that makes any sense. Like, there are some definite scenes that I'm thinking of that need a good soundtrack. Like Under the Mountain needs a good soundtrack, please and thank you. The Party Calamine needs a good soundtrack, please and thank you. Like, so I'm just saying, like, this needs a good soundtrack. Like, Twilight had a bomb soundtrack. I don't know what Twilight did to deserve such a great soundtrack, but it had, Twilight was amazing. I don't care what you say. All of the freaking movies' soundtracks were amazing. And this show needs to be no different. Area number 3 that needs to happen is wardrobe. You need, their budget better have a big wardrobe section, like huge wardrobe section, because there are so many iconic dresses, iconic outfits that come to mind when you think of ACOTAR and the whole series that you need to see, okay? I'm thinking specifically of like Farrah Under the Mountain with Reese, the body paint, the dress he made her wear. Like, I better see that. I better see in like season 2 the Starfall dress. I better see the Court of Nightmares dress. Like, I need to see it all. And don't tell me you can't do it, because there are people who do cosplay costumes that are perfection, that are so beautiful, and they have way less money than Hollywood studios have. So you cannot tell me that this can't be done, because it needs to be done. You need to make sure you put money into the wardrobes. Thank you. Okay, number 4. I guess it's going to be like 2 in 1. It's going to be set design and special effects, okay? You need the 2. ACOTAR pretty much is in spring court, so I need to see spring, okay? I need a beautiful mansion, okay? I need a the colors, like it's spring, so it needs to be vivid. I need to see like beautiful spring colors. I need flowers. I need this. I need that. I just need all of it. Thank you. I also need Under the Mountain, because like there's only really 2 scenes. You got the house, you got Under the Mountain, okay? That's why I'm basing off these 2 parts. Oh my god, I just thought of Valaris when we get there. Ah! Oh my god, it's gonna be so beautiful. Okay. Under the Mountain. Needs to be dark, scary. You know, the set design for the throne room needs to be, okay? It just needs to happen. And then for the special effects, they're fairies. Sorry. They're fairies and they shapeshift and they have wings and they do this and they do that. But please, just please, I do not want a remake of the wolves in Twilight New Moon. Back then, that was some great CGI. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad looking. We've come a long way since 2009, I like to think, in terms of movies. So I would like to think that these, like Tamlin, when he shapeshifts, it'll look better. I know you're not going to have the budget of Game of Thrones, so I'm not expecting Game of Thrones magic here. But I am expecting you to put a little bit of effort into how fairies will look, if you're not going to use like practical effects. How Tamlin will look, how Rhys will look later on, because, you know, we don't see much of him in the first year. Yeah, the special effects just need to look decent. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for spectacular Game of Thrones level. I'm just asking for decent at this point. Number 5, this is my last point of things that need to be spectacular, is the smut, okay? Do not water down my steamy scenes. Don't water down my steamy scenes. Okay, I know this is going to either be on Hulu or Amazon Prime. I've been hearing like conflicting things, so I don't know exactly which one it's on. But whatever it's on, you do not need to like water it down. Okay, these are not meant for 10, 12-year-old people to be reading. They're kids. They're still kids. Just let it go. They don't need to be reading it. Okay, it's not marketed towards them. Stop. Don't let your kids read it if you don't want them to be reading those scenes. Just don't let them do it. This is new adult. This book is new adult, especially Court of Silver Flames. Holy moly, is it ever new adult. So do not water down smut scenes. Okay? I am a 32, almost 32-year-old woman, and I needs to see my scenes, okay? Like, I understand that you want to market it to everyone, and that's fine. But you also have a loyal fan base who want to see this book do justice. And I know there'll be some people who I've read, they're like, I just skipped that part anyway. I don't know why it's in there. Excuse me? Why are you reading Sarah J. Maas if you skipped that part anyway? Get out. Get out. Okay, like, what do you mean you skip those parts anyway? Like, what? Whew, okay. Whew. Calm down a little bit. I'm getting heated. But all I'm saying is, will you have angry fans if you water it down? Probably. Don't do that to yourself. Just don't do it. Like, keep it. It's fine. We're big people. We can handle it. Okay, and there are 2 things that I'm absolutely dreading when the show comes on, and I just wanted to include them because I think they're really funny. One is everyone falling in love with Tamlin who has never read the books. Okay? Because there will be people who have not read the books who watch this and will love it and will not pick it apart for everything it's worth like I'm going to do. My mom will probably watch this. She watched Twilight. She watched 50 Shades of Grey. She loved both. She had never read the book, so she didn't know any better. Okay? But there will be people who watch this and are going to fall in love with Tamlin. And I have to sit there and, like, hear articles talk about how great Tamlin is. I have to sit here and be like, oh my god, you poor children, you do not know. You do not know. Okay. It's just a thing, and I know it's going to happen, and I know people are going to be in the comments being like, oh my god, Tamlin's the best. It's just, I'm dreading it, but I'm also secretly loving it. I'm secretly going to be thrilled that I know something they don't know. And number 2, I will tell you what's really gonna make me mad is hearing Rysand instead of Rhysand. Yeah. Now, I can't say that I did not do this when I first started reading the book. I think I may have, like, when I saw his name, said it Rysand also. Now it just sounds weird. Like, ugh, it doesn't even sound right when it comes out of my mouth. Until I looked and, like, there's a pronunciation. Maybe they should put a pronunciation thing at the front of every episode. So you know. Who knows? But yeah, there will be people saying Rysand. There'll be people saying Rice. No. Can you imagine if his name was Rice? He just lost like 50 points in attractiveness right there if his name was Rice. I don't know. Reese, I love Reese's, so maybe I'm like associating it with my love of food and Reese. I don't know. It's a problem. But for future reference, y'all, it's Rhysand. And that is my list so far. Don't worry. I'm sure there'll be more that come to mind as it goes on. But right now, that's where I stand about what I think needs to happen for the show to be gold. Now, come on. It's probably going to be gold anyway. We haven't had a show like this come out, like, ever, really. About fairies. Not that I can think of. Winx, but that's a whole totally different thing. So yeah, I think it's going to do good no matter what. The fandom is probably going to stick by the show no matter what. But also, I think the fandom will probably pick apart the show no matter what. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you guys can think of anything else, let me know in the comments down below. What do you feel the show needs to be successful? Are you excited about the show? Do you think they should just leave it alone as a book series? Well, let me know down in the comments below. Do you think it'll be like every book for every season has a different book? I hope so. That way you can get as much of the book in it as you can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new and would like to follow along on this journey whenever it starts with the whole ACOTAR TV series. Whoa, that was a lot to say in one breath. All my social media is linked down below if you'd like to follow me on Goodreads or Instagram. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. I got heated. Rice instead of Rhysand. Is it just me, or is my whole floor crooked? You seeing this? Does my TV look crooked? Because it looks crooked to me. Is that better? I don't know. Tootsie! I remember when Twilight and... Really?